when you talk about the signs in the heavens, you know, you have these specific constellations, right? And it's written that the heavens declare the glory of Yah. Day and the day they utter speech, and night and the night they show knowledge, right? And this is very important because they do utter speech and they do show knowledge. And so what you see is that you see that you can look at these constellations and you can see that they are going to tell us so much of the entire story, right? Because, like, I'll give you an example. You're dealing with 12 major constellations. 12 is a significant number in all of Scripture. You know, you had 12 patriarchs and you have 12 disciples. There are 24 elders. The 12 disciples will come to judge the 12 tribes of Yasharel. There will be 12 gates in the New Jerusalem, right? So you have some numbers that are extremely significant in terms of being able to show that you have this plan, Yah's plan, right? Now, people say that you have a discussion that, you know, Virgo depicts, you know, the woman, right? Virgo depicts the virgin that shall conceive and bear a son. You can look at these various constellations, these 12 constellations, and you can come to understand a gospel message that the Messiah will come, the idea of Libra being the lamp, and the lamp denoting the nature of the seed of the woman, right? And being positioned beneath the feet of Virgo. And of course, Scorpio being a lot of people want to say Scorpio is the crab, but it's really the dragon, right? And so what you see is when you look at some of these additional stories, yeah, you can see the gospel story in the constellations spelling out and telling you that there will be a son of man. But then again, you can see, for instance, here's another one. You have the crux, or what's called the Southern Cross. Now, the Southern Cross is a group of stars that form, it's called the crux, but you can't see it in the Northern Hemisphere. You can only see it in the Southern Hemisphere. All of this says it does point to the idea of the seed of the woman. It points to the virgin giving birth. It points to the Son of Man. In fact, if you look at this sign that was given on September 23rd, 2017, this was the only time that this sign had ever appeared in the heavens. Now, there was something quite similar that appeared around 3 AD or 4 AD, except that instead of Jupiter emerging from the womb of Virgo, you saw Venus emerging from the womb of Virgo, okay? Now, the difference is one is the lamb, the other is the lion. You know, I'd like to be able to give you the whole story about how these constellations give you the entirety of the gospel message. You can find it, but I would encourage you, if you're going to look to this gospel message in the signs in the heavens, you need to be careful. You don't want to cross the threshold back into a zodiac understanding, because the zodiac understanding will lead you away from the gospel message. When you're talking about the Mazarot and you're talking about understanding the gospel message, you're justifying the constellations to the gospel message, not the gospel message to the constellations.